Welcome back. We want to slow down our newscast and talk about a topic that can really be life-saving: suicide prevention. And November 18th, today, marks International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day. And joining me now to talk more about this is board member Steve Moore with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, Illinois. Thank you so much, Steve, for being here this morning.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Well, you know, loved ones that have family members die of suicide are left a lot of times with questions and sometimes guilt. What resources are available out there for them?
Well, certainly today is one of them. We will have in Illinois locations around the state where people can view a film that AFSP has produced, which has three families that show how they approach the grieving process, and really shows how there is hope for those that have lost someone for suicide. And so we have these locations around the state, and then tomorrow there's going to be a virtual meeting where again we will show the film, and then afterwards, both here today and the local live found places, and also tomorrow when we have the virtual, people can then share their own stories. And we've really found that people that have lost someone to suicide find a really good way of handling their grief by talking with others that have had the same experience.
You know, Steve, someone may be watching right now and have a loved one on the verge of suicide. Can you talk about what some of the warning signs are?
Yes, we look at it as, first of all, talk. If someone talks about not having any meaning in their life, talks about suicide, that's probably one of the most dangerous signs. Also, just behavior. If they start making changes in their lifestyle that appear to be wrong, drinking more, sleeping less, acting out in anger, just things that have changed in their lifestyle. And then finally, mood. If they just seem depressed, anxious, any sort of, again, changes in mood that seem to be indicating something is wrong with them. I mean, so talk, behavior, and mood are really the three things we look at for warning signs.
Steve, obviously today very important for survivors of suicide, meaning their family members in particular. What is really the message for them on a day like today? Because we do know that, for example, I actually know someone, her son committed suicide. She felt like, there was more that she could have done. What do you say to someone like that may feel, that guilt that they're walking around with?
I mean, it's one of probably the most common feeling of anyone that has lost someone to suicide. That question of why do they do it? What could I have done differently? Really, you'll, again, hearing other people that have had the same experiences can talk about that, and you'll understand that you're simply not alone. Really, you can't let that question of why burden you down. I mean, I've always found that the best way to handle the loss of my son, Paul, who died in 2006 at the age of 19, is just to really honor the way he lived, to really incorporate his life into my life, rather than focusing on the way he died and what I could have done. It's much better for myself, and for, it's the honest way to deal with it. Honor them by living the way, thinking about the way they lived and honoring that.
Very well said. Sorry about the loss of your son, but appreciate you sharing that with us. Really quickly, before we let you go, Steve, where can people go if they want to find out about these in-person events and also the virtual one?
Yeah, just go to afsp.org/Illinois, and that'll have the list of the locations in the Chicago suburbs, downstate, and also the virtual meeting tomorrow. There are different times, different locations, so you'll need to go to that website to see those.
All right, Steve Moore, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.